Alright, so what's up guys? So we're out here with the cat. I gotta do an oil change on it, so I'm gonna walk you guys through step by step. Got pretty much everything we need right now. We need 7 quarts of oil, we need a filter, we need jack stands, we need a jack, and then a few millimeter sockets on there. So you preferably want to go, if you can get your hands on Pennzoil SRT 0W40, but if you can't, I'm going with the second best thing, going Mobile One and an STP oil filter. And support it in 2 points. Make sure you give it a nice little wiggle on it. Then what you're gonna want to do, you're gonna want to pop the hood. All right, don't mind my dirty ass engine bay, but you're gonna want to open up your oil cap filler. Take that out. Make sure you put this somewhere safe. I like to put it in the corner back here, right? Next up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take out the drain plug from underneath, and then we're gonna take out the oil filter. So now what you would want to do when you have your Hellcat or whatever, you're gonna want to take off the underbody, but my Hellcat came with underbody delete, so I got no underbody. So for me it's easier. For you it's gonna take maybe 1 or 2 more steps. You got a lot of bolt here you gotta take off. Just make sure you take your time and make sure you do it right. But what we're gonna get on is under the oil pan. So this is the oil pan, this is the drain plug right here on this side, and right over here is the oil filter. All right, we're gonna start by taking off the drain plug, which should be a 13mm bolt, and then we're gonna take off the oil filter, and then we're gonna do the cooler. There's a cooler bolt right here, you guys can see there's a cooler bolt right here that's gonna drain oil out of the oil cooler. All right, let's get. All right, so I've just cracked this bolt. It was really tight with my impact wrench. I know it's overkill. I recommend you guys use sockets and wrenches. So now what we got to do, we're going to back up this drill because we don't want to get oil on here. This oil is probably a little warm. So I'm going to place this bin right where this is going to trajectory out. Okay, you can see it's already trying to pop out. So let's see, it's my first time doing this. Let's see, can I get it on the first time? Back it up a little more, and then you're gonna go 1, 2. Okay, it's gonna pop out now. There you go. Boom. Booyah. Alright, now wait for all this to drain out. It's gonna start dripping, and then we'll move on to draining everything else out. In the meantime, I'm gonna start working on getting this filter out. Alright, so I messed up. I bought a 7-quart drain pan, and my car takes 6.96 quarts. You guys see that? It's right on the edge. So I gotta carefully get this out, and I'm gonna dump it into this bucket, and then we'll deal with it, because I still got. So I found the next best thing, a magnetic drill. Nothing, you don't want to find no metals in here. All right, so I'm back underneath the car. I'm gonna take off the drain plug, right? And then I'm gonna keep working on this filter because I'm losing daylight here. The same thing with the oil filter. All right, I know it's kind of dark to see in there, but the oil filter is in my hand. Now oil is gonna start falling out of here very shortly. Now it is warm, but it's not hot. So if you do this, there it goes. Okay. Make sure the gasket isn't stuck actually up there. There is a circular gasket that goes on there. For me, back this out slowly. All right, that's it. Let's let that drain out, and then we gotta just put everything in there. So I gotta put the bolt in wherever that is. I gotta put the bolt in for the drain plug, which is already in there. I gotta tighten that up and torque it. We gotta put the filter on, and just I'm just gonna go hand tying with that, and I'm gonna torque this one as well. All right. Here we have the filter. I tightened up, had underbody delete on it. Move up top. So now up top, what we got to do is we got to filter the lighting in here. So don't mind the very dirty engine bay. You got a funnel. Make sure you get a funnel. We're gonna pour 7 quarts into here, right? Sure, you know, you try to just be careful. You don't want to get oil over here. Now that all the drain plugs are back in, the filter is back in, we got the engine filled up with 7 quarts. That would like to take out the dipstick. Let's check on that oil. We just want to make sure we're at the right oil level. Get in there and double check, guys. Just double check, because these are very expensive engines. Now that we have filled up the car with 7 quarts, remember, make sure you check your dipstick. Make sure you're at the right levels, because you don't want to start the car on if it has, you know, an extremely low or an extremely high amount of oil. That's no good for these engines. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get underneath. I'm going to take off the 2 jack stands. I'm going to take out the oil, the pan down there, and then we're going to lower the car, turn it on for 45 seconds, and double check the oil level. All right, see you guys then. Alright, well, she sounds healthy, just like before. I'm gonna let her, alright? The level is good. Just make sure she's still a Hellcat, alright? Set. You gotta scroll through this infotainment, right? Scroll through it, messages, no. Trip info, fuel economy, no. Performance, no. Vehicle info, okay. So we're gonna circle through it till it says oil life. Oil life 1%. So we're gonna press and hold. And then it's gonna reset to 100. That's it.